My dear friends, this is the story of an orphan and poor boy named Asif. So, Asif was a poor and orphan boy. His father had died, and his mother was a maid in a rich house. Asif also used to go to this house with his mother and return. In this village there was no electricity and no gas. The mistress of this house is very cruel. She said to his mother, "Your son eats 3 meals a day, but he does nothing for us. How long will he continue to eat from here? I will stop him from coming here or tell him to bring firewood." On hearing this, the mother said to Asif, "My dear son, mistress does not like your free food from here, so you bring food from the forest." On hearing this, he replied to his mother, "Mother, you work all day, so it is my right to eat and drink from here." So mother told him, "This is true, my son, but mistress is very hard-hearted and stingy woman. She has no mercy on the poor." Hearing his mother's words, he picked up his axe and walked towards the forest, which was a short distance away. When he reached the forest, he gathered dry wood scattered here and there, and by evening he had gathered a lot of wood and made a bundle of wood, then picked up the wood and returned to the village. After 2 months, winter started, and now he get wet wood instead of dry, which was hard to hurry and smoke. Mistress didn't like this at all and said, beating Asif, "You have stolen a lot of work. Nowadays you can pick up wet wood instead of dry." Asif's mother was very upset. She was patient when she saw Asif being beaten by her mistress. One day Asif got fever and he couldn't bring firewood on that day. The mistress said angrily, "If you don't bring firewood, you won't get food." She didn't care about Asif's illness. Asif started cutting wood from the forest in a state of fever. The fever got worse and he sat down instead of cutting wood. Suddenly, he heard the screams of an animal. He saw a squirrel under the trunk of a fallen tree. Asif took pity on the squirrel. He tried to remove the trunk of the tree, but the tree was heavy. Asif had a fever, but he did not give up. He stuck his axe under the trunk of tree and pulled the trunk of tree with all his might. But tree was heavy. It rose up to 12 inches and squirrel got trapped under it. The squirrel thanked Asif for saving his life and climbed a tree. There was an eagle's nest on a high branch of a tree. Eagle was not there at that time. There was a gold ornament in the nest. The squirrel came down carrying the ornament and gave the ornament to Asif. Eagle had brought this ornament from somewhere a few days ago. You have done me a favor by saving my life, and in return, you should take this ornament and sell it to alleviate your poverty. After saying this, the squirrel climbed the tree and disappeared. Asif was very happy. He came back to the village in the evening and handed over the gold ornament to his mother. The mother was very happy. Mother and son became rich and left mistress job. From this story, we learn that helping a human being or an animal and rescuing it from suffering is the best reward that Allah bestows.